Well, good evening, Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. I'm Bill Fountain. I want to talk a little bit about how to deal with bullies. This is something I think you will find useful. I go back to the time of when I was in the kindergarten. So picture this: I'm at the playground in the kindergarten, and Margie, which is a cute brunette with dangling curls, is about walking up to the swing next to mine. I stop my swing and say hi to her. And then behind me, I hear Claude. He said, "It's my turn to swing." Claude's our local bully. So he pushes me. I go head first into the dirt, scraping my hands. So what do? I start crying. And there I am, humiliated in front of Margie. And at the same time, it's the end of the playground time, and my dad's coming up to pick me up from school. We're picking up the other kids. So I run to my dad, crying. He said, "What happened?" I said, "Claude pushed me." Well, I get home. Dad said, "Hey," we were silent on the way home. And of course, this going on in my mind is that I'm probably going to be labeled as a crybaby the next day at school. So I tell my mom the story. And my mom says, "Remember what Jesus did? He said, turn the other cheek." But I couldn't do that. There was no way I could do that. Claude would say, "Billy, you're a wimp." Or he would pound my face in. There's no way I could do that. So I went to school the next day. And when playground time came, I went over to the corner of the playground, over into the corner, and found a ball and started kicking it around by myself. Margie and her girlfriends started walking my way. But guess what? Claude saw me and saw them walking my way, and he raced over there, pushed me, grabbed the ball, and I got up and said, "Hey, it's my playing with that ball." And then, boom, right into the eye. I fell down, and what happened? I started crying again. And then the bell rang. And again, went over there where all the parents were waiting, and there was my dad. And there was no sympathy from any of these other parents. They've never seen this story before. So I went to Dad, and Dad said, "Hey, we'll talk about this when we get home." So I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to be labeled Billy the Wimp. I know that's what Claude's going to be pressing that around." So that evening after dinner, my dad took me downstairs into the basement where he has his ham radio office. He said, "I want to show you something." It says that tomorrow, when Claude comes up to you, I want you to ball up your fist and you hit him as hard as you can in the face. "Dad, I can't do that. I'm afraid of Claude." He said, "No. Hit him as hard as you can in the face. I promise you, he will not be, he will be afraid of you." I said, "Okay, Dad." Dad put out his hand, his palm, and he said, "Keep hitting that. Hit hard, hard, hard as you can." Over and over again, I did that. That evening, at night, the emotions were going. I said, what if I miss Claude? What if he hits me back? Oh my goodness, what is going to happen? So the next day at school, playground time came. And I was afraid. My heart started pounding when I knew that the time was approaching. The bell rang. Oh no, the dreaded time arrived. Again, I ambled across the playground over to the corner. They had the brown Bermuda grass. Over at the corner there was some dogwoods. And I was there. And then I saw Margie and her girlfriends were all swinging. Everything was going on normal. And here comes Claude. Oh my goodness. Claude come up here, square-shouldered right in front of me. I closed my fist, and I reared back and pop, right in the mouth. Claude's eyes just expanded like saucers. And he started bawling, running over there toward the teacher. "Bill hit me." There was a hush that came over the playground. Even the birds stopped chirping. The swing stopped. The seesaw stopped. There was silence, except for my teacher to come stomping over to me, grabbed me by the arm, and off we went to the side door. And there was Claude. I saw him as I passed. He was whimpering, and I saw some blood on his mouth. You know what? I felt relieved. I felt sweet revenge that had happened there. And there I stood with the teacher in front of the principal. Bill hit Claude in the mouth. And the principal asked, Mr. Fountain? Yes, ma'am. Why did you do that? Well, Claude hit me yesterday. Well, the end of this story is that Claude never bullied me again. And I had a good kindergarten year. And I think back about wondering what Jesus would have said about these bullies. I know he said about, turn the other cheek, but I do remember what King David did. King David fought the bully Goliath and won. Thank you.